Hi Keely, so here's your coaching call recap video from our recent call. So firstly, obviously not great news, obviously with the slip disc, etc. However, now we know exactly what we're dealing with. Whereas before we was dealing with best educated guess and putting things into place the best we could for what we knew, now we know exactly what's what. So that's the positive to come out of this. Obviously, you're going to be laid up for a little while afterwards in the recovery period. In the immediate term after that, the physical activity side of things, I will leave up to the physios that sort of directly linked to your operation. Their plan of attack is what we'll stick to. The things we can focus on is the nutrition side of things. So we'll be looking at a lower calorie intake because of obviously limited movement. So we'll be getting closer towards what we call your BMR, so your basal metabolic rate, which is basically the amount of calories your body needs to just sit still all day and do all the bodily functions it needs to do. So that's roughly about 70% of your daily calorie intake is your BMR. After that, you've got your exercise calories, your non-exercise calories, and the calories that it takes for your body to use up food take up the other 30%. So we'll probably be looking at about 80 to 85% of your calorie intake as a target for those weeks afterwards with limited movement. We'll also be looking at the protein intake again. We'll be building on that as much as possible. I'm also going to get in touch with a few sort of nutritionists that I follow online and I've worked with previously in the past and had some contact with, and I'm going to get in touch with them and see what their recommendations will be for this specific situation and see what their thoughts are, get them to send me over any information that they've got or they would recommend. I'll have a good read through of it, and all the relevant bits I'll get sent over to yourself as well. In the meantime, in regards to plan of attack for the next couple of weeks, it's very much going to be what you want to do physically, okay? Obviously, after the operation, it can be up to 12 months before you're back to normal. So we're going to be looking at what you really want to do at the minute, okay? So I'm not going to say to you, Keely, I want you to do 2 workouts a week, a swim and a Pilates, because in all honesty, the extra sort of benefits you're going to get from doing those exercises in the short term, you are probably going to lose in the long term after that. So it's not worth putting yourself out for now. Now, so it sounds a bit alien, and a personal trainer telling you that the exercise you do now is not really going to benefit you in the long run. But I would much rather you enjoy this movement period before the operation, because afterwards you are going to be very, very limited. So it's about what you want to do now, okay? We've obviously got your goals in place as well. So we've got the sailing in October, the Yorkshire Free Peaks next winter, and the paddleboard in the summer, if possible. These are going to be our positives that we're going to focus on. As I mentioned on our call, having those as a goal in mind can keep our headspace in a very, very good place, and we can start building on that on the days that it feels a little bit hard. So the other thing I want you to know as well is I'm going to be here every step of the way. It's not going to be a case that you'll have your operation, I'm going to say, right, get back in touch with me when you're ready. It's going to be, I'm going to be here for you. Even on the week after the operation, if you're able to have a call with me, even if it's only for 5 minutes, I'm going to ring you, I'm going to check in with you, I'm going to see how you are. I'm going to keep that positive headspace there. I know obviously we had a couple of little blips obviously in the recovery process before. We're not going to let that happen again. We're going to make sure you're okay between us all. Obviously you mentioned you've got some friends that are going to help out. Obviously Nigel's going to be there for you as well. And we're all going to work together to make sure you're getting there getting to recovery period as quickly as possible and as easy as possible. Okay, so that's the plan of attack for this week, Keely. So just do what you want to do movement-wise. I know you said you got the Pilates on a Wednesday, which obviously you enjoy, and a swim on a Friday again, which you enjoy as well. Make sure we're still doing the sauna before and after, etc. Make sure we're sort of warming up the muscles. That's going to be even more important to maintain that mobility. And then have a chat with your physio as well for me this week, just to see what their thoughts are. I'll put my thoughts in a pot, theirs, yours, etc. And we'll all put them all in one big pot, and we'll get a plan of attack in place. And we'll start building on that in the weeks that we've got before the operation, to make sure you know exactly what's going to happen afterwards and how we're going to build on that. Okay, Keely, so if you need anything else throughout the week, just drop me a message. As soon as I've got any relevant information back, I'll send it over to you so you can have a read through it as well, so you're all up to speed as well. Other than that, take it easy. Have a good week. Cheers, bye.